Okay, so for number 8, it says Mary saves the same amount of money each month in her savings account. The amount of money she saved after different numbers of months are shown below in the following table. So, for part A, it says determine the rate of change. Another word for rate of change is slope. So, in order to do the slope, we could do it just by looking at the table, by finding our changes in x and our changes in y's. So from 1 to 3, I added 2, and from 600 to 900, I added 300. So my m is my change in y's over the change in x. So my change in y is 300, and my change in the x values is 2. So 300 divided by 2 is 150. If you liked it more algebraically, you could pick points. 1 comma 600 and 3 comma 900. And do m equals y minus y over x minus x and plug in our values. So xy, xy, y minus y, 600 minus 900, over 1 minus 3. You're going to get negative 300 over negative 2, and when you type that into the calculator, you're still going to get 150. So for the y-intercept, there's also 2 ways that you could do it. Y-intercept by just using the table. Remember, your y-intercept occurs when x equals 0. So in our table, we could work backwards. How do I go from 1 to 0? I take 1 away, right? So from 600, I'm taking 1 full m term or slope away. So minus 150. So 600 minus 150, my b term is going to be 450. Or you could do it algebraically. Algebraically, we need a point. So I'm going to pick the first point, 1 comma 600, and I need my m term from the problem before, which is 150, in order to find my b. By doing y equals mx plus b and substituting in your values, you could get your b term. My y is 600, my m is 150, my x when it's 600 is 1, and I'm looking for b. So 600 equals 150 plus b. I need to take away 150 from both sides. My b is equal to 450. For C, write the equation of the line in y equals mx plus b form. We're going to use our answers from part A and part B. Y equals my m, which we said was 150, x plus my b term, which we said was 450. And we're not doing anything from here. We are just writing our equation like so. Question number 9. Solve this following system graphically. So to solve it graphically, we first need to graph both lines and find the point of intersection. So I'm going to look at the first equation. Y equals x minus 1. My m term is the number associated with my x value. Since there's nothing in front of it, we have to assume that my m value is a 1. And we could make it into a fraction so we know how much to go up and over. So I'm just going to put 1 over 1 so I know how much to go up and over. My b term is negative 1. It's my constant. So remember, my m is positive, so that means I go up 1, right 1. So I'm going to begin at negative 1 on the y-axis. So I'm going to start by putting a dot at negative 1, and I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and continue on. Then I'm going to do the same thing in the opposite direction, down 1 over 1. So that when I read left to right, my slope is still continuing up 1 over 1. See, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. I'm going to connect all the dots and write the equation of that line. Y equals x minus 1. Then for the second equation, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2, I'm going to do the same thing. My m equals negative 1/2. I usually put the negative sign with the top number because it tells me how much to go up or down. And my b tells me where to begin, which is 2. So I begin at 2 on the y-axis since that is my y-intercept. And my slope tells me to go down 1, right 2. Remember, the top number tells you up or down, the right number tells you to the bottom number tells you to the right. So I'm going down 1, right 2, 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 up 1, left 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 2. I'm going to connect all those dots and write the equation on the line. So that's graphing both lines, but the problem says, what is the solution to the system? The solution is an x comma y value, and that solution is the point of intersection. So where do those two lines meet? They meet at 2, comma 1.